Does your headache or joint pain seem to increase with barometric changes? ABC7's Alex Redmond joins us with the reasons you may be experiencing these symptoms. Alex.
Thanks, Haley. Some of us feel a storm brewing by the pressure that's behind our eyes, while others may feel achy and sore. But is this our imagination, or does weather really affect the way we feel? Suncoast weather looks like this most of the time.
But when we do have frequent changes in barometric pressure, as the fronts move in and out, what that can do is trigger differences in people's bodies.
And the pain is almost gone, but it's still there when the weather is damp and rainy.
If the aches and pains in your body and joints seems to happen when the weather gets like this,
because it happens when the weather is damp the way it is now.
or if you start to get a migraine when the winds are whipping and the weather is damp, it may not just be all in your head.
Because people are affected by light. Light goes through our eyes and affects primarily the pineal gland.
And when weather changes occur, we have many patients who suffer from different types of headaches and migraines.
Weather can also trigger ophthalmic migraines, explains Dr. Scott Hahn. Migraines that may not be accompanied by a headache.
But their eyes will have symptoms. They'll have the auras, they'll see lights, they can see colored lights, they can see lightning bolts.
They can even have something called scotoma, says Dr. Hahn, where parts of their vision can go missing.
It's a harmless condition. It is associated with, we think, maybe blood vessels that spasm, may be triggered by the decreased barometric pressure.
Weather can cause discomfort, but the area of the pain, says Dr. Pecoraro, isn't always the source of the pain.
People oftentimes think it's the bones that ache. It's not really the bones. What it is it's the fluid in the joints that's being affected.
That pressure, says Dr. Pecoraro, puts pressure in those joints.
And oftentimes some of the elderly, people with arthritis, people who are highly sensitive to headaches, can feel those changes before we actually see the weatherman bring that information to us.
Dr. Pecoraro adds that pain triggered by weather changes may be similar to higher rates of depression experienced by people in areas that are dark much of the time.
And so, Alex, what can people do who have these sight issues, their eyes bother them during this time?
Actually, Dr. Scott Hahn said something very interesting, that you can have your lenses of your glasses treated with a light filtering, kind of like a shade on there. So they can do that for you, and you go in there and you get your eyes looked at, and they will figure out what is right for you and for your condition. But it seems to help a lot of people.
I wish I could wear that on the air with these, these bright lights. It's a constant bother. All right.